Taoist Magic Talk Show brought to you by Taoist Master จี师傅 and 天日 Dragon Taoism ผู้亮天尊 Hi everyone, welcome back to the show. This is your จี师傅 right here, and today we're going to talk about how Taoist magic or Taoism can help to make you rich. Rich. So a lot of people believe that you can do magic and win lottery or do something happen and you get lots of money. And how does that work? Well, if anyone tell you that there's magic like that, you better not fall for it because it's not true. Some people might say, well, yeah, but this guy, they're like doing some magic and then suddenly they win lottery. Well, if that actually happened, it comes with a cost because that's not natural and that's something behind it. You're losing something else. So, yeah, it's not a good thing and definitely not going to work in the long run. And I can tell you that in the market of magic, okay, like not just Taoism, but magic, there's tons of setup and con artists and scam out there about like you can win lottery by doing magic. For example, there's one that is very famous, okay? This master claimed that their magic can help you win lottery. And what they do is like they gather up a lot of people to buy lottery and like they worship something and then they buy the lottery tickets and then eventually like maybe once a month or something someone will win and then they will say, oh look, so like this time this guy got lucky, and it boosts the whole crowd to like want to keep doing it, and they just keep investing into it and hope that they'll be the next winner. That is a con setup, right? It's it's just that a lot of people would fall for it because they don't know what magic is, and well, it's just, don't waste your time, okay? Don't waste your time, don't waste your money, and don't get involved because it's very dangerous to be, being like in that pool of people targeted by the scammers. So don't fall for that. But there are actually wealth magic. So what is that about then? Like the actual real magic, what is that about? And we have like the god of wealth and all that, right? What are those for? Okay, first of all, what is the wealth that is we're talking about? Okay, nature's wealth. What is that? That is time. Time is the wealth that nature gives us. Everyone has time when they're alive, when they're awake, right? But there's a difference. It's like we all have that much time when we wake up, okay? But the quality of time, how much value are you getting out of your time? How come I sit here 2 hours and I can do so much? You sit there 2 hours and you got so little done. How come this person spent 1 hour and got a great idea and worked out to be, a very money-making plan? And you sit there for like, maybe 2 years and you still don't have a plan to make any money and end up, you have to work somewhere else with a low labor and things like that. So, yeah, why? Because the wealth is time. Everyone has a spiritual planetary body, which we call the Yun Sun. Your Yun Sun has your life resources there. And every day when you sleep, you get in contact with this Yun Sun, this spiritual planet of yours, right? It's not like one planet for everyone. Everyone has their own spiritual planet, okay? So every night when you sleep, your body will dump what you don't need, like stress, like bad memories, fear. Those energy will go to the Yun Sun to be digested. So the yun sun, kind of like your garbage can, every day it just dumps the unwanted stuff over there. In return, it gives you back what we call the yun hei. Yun hei is like the spiritual planetary body's energy. It's the pre-heaven energy. It's a form of energy that we need. And what that does is it goes to our body, our heart, our energy heart. And when we wake up, it gives us the power in that heart. And it manifests into our three souls, which is like our soul energy, the neutral, negative, and positive soul energy. It gives us the feeling of like direction in life, like what we want to do today. You're like here for a purpose, that kind of thing. And it gives us the power to think. And it gives us the power to push us to take action so that we can do what we have to do. With these, your quality of life will be different when you have more or better quality of the yun hei. This is the wealth. When you have good quality energy coming in and enough, like more than enough amount of that coming in, when you wake up, you have a sense of direction in life, which a lot of people don't. Yeah, a lot of people just wake up and feel like blurry, and then they just go to pee, and then they go to work, and they feel like a zombie going to work every day and come back or work. Yeah, because the kind of energy you got from the yun sun is not very healthy. So you don't have you wake up and you feel motivated, you feel focused and all that, right? You don't have that feeling. The power that you have for thinking can make a huge difference when you have more good quality energy inside. You can think properly. You don't fall for stupid nonsense, such as those like scams out there that tells you, you can use magic to win lottery. Duh. If that guy can do it, that master, he can win lottery with magic. Do you think he still need to work? I mean, he should have won a lot of times and retired already. Buy a house, buy some land, and there you go. The whole life is settled. But no, you see, he's working hard. Why? Because the magic doesn't work, right? But if your soul energy is not good enough and you can't think properly, you fall for that kind of stuff. The last thing is the momentum or the power that push you to take action. There's a lot of people that I have seen, they ordain into the lineage, and then we're telling them to practice this and that, and they are like, yeah, I'll do it. Tomorrow, I'll do it. And then the next day, they don't take action. The next day, they don't take action. Somehow it's like, they just cannot do it. They cannot physically do it. It's kind of like people signing up for the gym, and then they just sign up, and then they don't go and don't work out. It's waste of time and money. And, this pattern goes to these people for everything they do in their life. I have seen a real example, okay? I've seen a guy, he got a bread machine for a gift, right? So his bread machine came home, and wow, that's a nice tool. But they just cannot move to use it. And then it's like you got something handy, something nice, and you cannot utilize it. You just cannot move. And once we push them to try it for the first time, okay, they made it once, and then the machine went to eat dust. Okay, well, a lot of people are like that, right? Because you cannot put to action. Now, there's another person who got the bread machine, and then this lady keep making new breads, new types of breads, and got so hyped about it, and they utilize the machine so well, and it becomes a very happy thing. It brings them lots of happiness, lots of good food, you see. With the nice quality energy, the wealth of nature coming into you, you can utilize things around you and bring happiness, bring a better life. Why some people are just so sluggish? Why some people are just so useless? They just cannot move. Well, that's because they don't have much wealth in their life. Wealth doesn't translate to money. It can translate to money. If you really want to make money and you're like, oh, let me build a business, do my thing. Yeah, the wealth can help you achieve your goal better. It doesn't mean that you don't have to work. It doesn't mean that you don't need knowledge, right? You have wealth. So, yeah, you got to go to school. You still have to go to school. You have to study. You still have to study. It just makes it easier. It makes it more, efficient, productive, right? But you don't skip step. Like, you still have to do what it takes to get money, to get there, to achieve your goal. So, what about the magic then? Well, magic, Taoist magic, wealth magic. It's because your own spiritual planetary body do not have those energy for you. Maybe it's not enough, or maybe it like the quality is bad. So even you try hard, it's still not working out because your life started off with not enough potential. That is common, very common. With Taoist magic, you can get those, what you lack, those pre-heaven energy, you can get it from the source of the sect or lineage. That is like you're getting the extra help from the Tao, from the gods, and they fill you up. Oh, you might think, well, like I'm getting these extra help, extra energy from them, so what am I losing? Like, what am I giving, right? What's the catch? Or like, what's the exchange? Well, very simple. Like what we said, right? You get the help from the Tao, then you give back later, right? Afterward, you give back. Very simple. Like, for example, you do wealth magic to help yourself. You got the help from the God, right? Then you give back, as in, like, for example, you appreciate. So, like, you have to be appreciative inside. And then you tell the gods about how happy you were, like giving the feedback, right? And then you can eventually escalate that to showing your gratitude by, let's say, helping the lineage, contributing to the lineage. Like, oh, you can donate some money to contribute to the lineage, or you can like help the lineage to do something. That's a way to show the god your appreciation. And then you can request help again, and then you can show appreciation again, and that is a healthy cycle. Some people think that when you do magic, it's like, I got wealth from the god, so I must give back what they gave me. It's not like that. It's just like your father and mother give you the care, the money to raise you up, to feed you. They don't need you to give money back to them. What do they want in return? They want you to behave well. They want you to be happy. They want you to, like, be good to them, take care of them when they need. That's what your father and mother want. You give back what the other party wants, not what they have given you. Because they have. That's why they gave you. They don't need it. They don't need you to give money, right? Same to the God. So you're not going to lose wealth because you have taken wealth. No. It's not like that, okay? It doesn't work like that. You get the wealth, the extra help, those resources from the God. You give back what the gods want, which is your faith, your determination, right? Helping out the lineage to grow and so on. That's what the God needs from you, right? So don't worry, you're not going to lose something because you have used magic. It's not like that. So how can magic make you rich? Rich as in having lots of wealth, or have wealth whenever you need. We just said wealth is the time, the quality of time, right? So when you do magic, it helps you to make your time better, your life, the quality of time will improve. For example, you're happier, you're more productive, you can have more ideas while you're thinking. Like some people, you can sit there for like 4 hours trying to think of an idea or a solution and nothing comes up. Whereas if you use magic, you might get the idea right away. For example, you have a problem, like something broken in your house, right? Now, situation A It's like this guy don't have enough wealth, so he sit there and wait and stone out, and then decided to chew on something first. So got some food, snack, wasted 2 hours, and problem is still there. And then he ended up asking the friend, and the friend didn't give him a good advice. So he tried what the friend said, and it didn't turn out well. And then he wasted another day waiting, and then he find another friend, and then the friend gave him advice, and it still didn't work out. And eventually he have to find some professionals and waste some money. You see so many time wasted, right? Situation B, you have the problem. You did the magic. Oh, immediately you have the idea of doing something, trying something. You tried it, you figured out, oh, that was the problem, and then you found the right person to ask, and then bang, you got the right solution, and problem fixed on the same day. Wow, magic really helps, right? And other example. So let's say your one of your appliances at home is broken, and you rent the place. So you have to call your landlord to replace it, right? Like maybe your dryer machine or something like that, right? Okay. So if there's not enough wealth, what happened? Well, the landlord can be like dragging, and eventually they found, they thought of a solution. Hey, let's not replace it. Let's change the parts. And then they end up finding some refurbished parts and then they book a date. So maybe, some hiccup. So after a week, someone came, replaced the part, and it broke again. And then you have to call them again. And then they have to hey, let us schedule a person to come and check it out. And then eventually you got a new machine after a month or a month and a half. And during that time, your life is horrible because you don't have that appliance at home. It's not working, right? So you gotta maybe hang dry your clothing instead of putting it in the dryer. Now that sucks, right? If you use magic, what happened? Well, if you use magic, that landlord hear it, and it gives them that inspiration right away. And then they feel the machine is old. Let me just replace it. And then they call the guy, book it. Next 2 days, the guy come, deliver the machine, problem solved. You're done. 2 days and it's fixed. And you don't have to hang dry your clothing for 1 month. Isn't that nice? Right? Isn't that better than having a lot of money? Sometimes a lot of things cannot be bought with money, Like the quality of time cannot be bought with money. Having some time, cannot be bought with money. I have disciples who have issue with time, and they are I go out at work, in the morning to work. I come back at home. It feels like the whole evening is gone, and I can't really do my stuff. I'm well, yeah. Even you have more time, you might not be able to do it too. And then eventually end up there's a weekend, so they can I don't have to work, so I should have time in the morning. And then end up, they wake up in the morning, feel tired, and they still cannot do the stuff. And then end up the whole day is gone, they didn't do it. You cannot buy the time, Sometimes your quality of life is really determined by your spiritual planetary body. Even you might seem to have a lot of time, you can still not be able to finish what you have to. But with magic help, you can make it possible. Just like this disciple, he have to go to work and come back late. And after the magic help, he came back the same time, but finished a lot of stuff at night. It becomes so productive. So how come he suddenly can finish all that stuff? Magic. Can you buy that on Amazon? Can you buy that online? You cannot. That's the power of magic. It changed your life. So Chinese New Year is coming up. And if you want to improve your quality of life with this extra wealth boost, then check out our website, tinadragon.com, because you can get those food that will bring you the help. So you can try and see how that will help you out this year to make your year better and more productive. And again, everyone, beware, stay away from those scams and shortcut stuff out there. Do not believe in winning lottery with magic. it's going to kill you. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.